So if you recollect last week's session, just we have seen how to create the various, we have seen the various data model properties, report properties, how to create the data models and how to create the reports and how to associate with data models and various layouts. And the last session, just we have seen how to create an ESA job for a report. So what is the significance of ESA job? The end user will execute the report from scheduler process instead of reports and analytics. There is no relationship and there is no access to end user for reports and analytics. Simply we will provide an access to with help of ESA job. So how you are going to create an ESA job? There is a task manage enterprise scheduler for respect to application from setup and maintenance from global search. Verify the task and just there the provision will to have to see the standard ESA jobs and standard ESA job sets. Along with you can create the custom ESA jobs and custom ESA job sets. Okay. So what is the main link between ESA job to your report? What is the main link between your ESA job and report? Anyone? How your ESA job will identify that is the report is assigned for me?
Report path we will give, no?
Yeah, great. The report path, when you try to create an ESA job, first you need to take in a report path, like just select the report, click on the more, there you can find the properties. In the properties section, you can find the report name, which is XTO along with the report path. When you copy the report path, it will pull the shared information. Simply you can remove the shared keyword and follow the information. Just you can use as a report path and you can use the same while creating the ESA job. Okay. Now we'll see the more on the ESA job. Today we'll see how to create the parameters and their LOVs and all. Just go to the setup and maintenance. This is the global search and manage enterprise scheduler the task. Selecting the financials. So here we can find the created ESA job, which is GP10. Okay. This is GP10 supply report, which we have been created the last week. Just try to edit the same and we'll try to create the parameters here. So while creating the parameters, so just you can compare it with an EBS application. Okay. When you try to create an RDF parameters with a concurrent program, when you try to create an RDF parameters with a concurrent program, what is the relationship between to identify the parameters, or what is synchronization? How you are identify the parameters between your RDF to your concurrent program? Nothing but there is a token. The concurrent program parameter, there is a token is available. The token keyword should be same for your concurrent program parameter and your RDF parameters. The way your parameter value would be separate from concurrent program to your RDF, and the respective values will pass to your SQL statement and the report will be executed runtime, right? The same way for an XML report, what is the sequence between your concurrent program parameter to your XML report, your data template file? Anyone? What is the representative, or what is the relationship between your concurrent program parameter to your data template parameter?
Short name.
The short name is nothing but to identify concurrent program, right? To identify, there is a template, there is a concurrent program. The short name is.
Parameter section is.
Yeah, parameter section would be there. Again, what is the representation?
Token.
No, token is disabled, right? When you select an XGO DTEXE, short name, when you select a DTEO EXE, automatically token would be disabled. So
The position.
yeah, exactly, the position. Great. For a concurrent, for a XML report and for a PL SQL package, for the both kind of patterns, the parameter representation will be the concurrent program is the position or the sequence. Always your parameter sequence would be same for a concurrent program to your data template and for a concurrent program to your PL SQL package parameters. The same way here also the concurrent your ESS job parameters would be same sequence as your report your data model parameters or report parameters, whatever it may be. Okay, your data model or report parameters. Okay, the parameter sequence should be same as your ESS job parameter sequence. The way the values can be supplied to your report and the report can be executed runtime as expected. Okay. Now, this will try to create a couple of parameters. Here there is a parameter section is available. Just try to create a parameter. This is parameter prompt, something supplier name or supplier number, and the parameter type, nothing but data type. I'm trying to set as a string. It's a read only as of now. No, I don't have anything. Page element, nothing but your parameter type. It would be choice list of values, and text box, whichever you want. You can select as. I'm trying to select as of now free text box. If you want to pass in a default value, you can pass the default value. If you want to add any tooltip text, nothing but what is the parameter significance. And if you want to make it as a mandatory, just enable the required checkbox. Otherwise, by default, it could be an optional. Do not display is nothing but internally, if you want to display the value, I don't want to display it runtime, so that you can disable this value, which is to not display. Okay, just try to save and create another site. And this is string, and this is text box, and save and close. So I have created two parameters here, which is the site and supplier number. So I want to bring to position, which is supplier number is very first position. There is a down and up mark, couple of symbols are available here. Just by use these symbols or by use these icons, simply you can adjust your parameter positions. So supplier number I want to place in a first position. Just try to select the supplier number and just click on this up down arrow mark. Just click. Supplier number is becomes in the first position now. Okay, just try to save and close. Now these are successfully saved. Just try to execute the report. So how you are going to execute the report when you create an ESS job? Vishal, Ashwini, Priya, how you are going to execute the report once you create the ESS job? These guys are there.
Yogesh is there. I have done, sir.
So how you are going to execute the report once the ESS job is successfully created? So you have practiced here since 2 days, right?
Yes, sir.
No practice? Yogesh?
Yes, sir.
No practice since 2 days?
Yes, sir. I will practice in 2 days.
You are the pressure guys, right? You need to practice here. Otherwise,
Yes.
it will be for you in future.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
I'm requesting you, please practice.
Yes, sir.
The rest of the, what about, is Vishal join today? No. Okay, no problem. So once you have created an ESS job, the ESS job would be available from your schedule process screen. Okay, these ESS jobs and ESS job sets, both or you can execute from a schedule process, same as your SRS screen. The SRS screen is replaced as a schedule job screen. So how will you find in a schedule job screen here? From tools, and this is schedule process. Just click on the schedule process.
And Vijay, one more thing, like we can attach is that as a role as well, right? I mean, privilege to any role.
Yeah, if you want to go add to any another user, just you can add as a privilege
Yeah.
to the user. As of now, we are created for this user, right? So by
Yeah.
default, we can get an access.
Okay.
So this is schedule process. Sorry, schedule new process. Here jobs and job sets. So by default, it is enabled for the job. Just you can search with our target ESS job. This is our report. Just try to click on OK. Now this is supplier number and supplier site. So both parameter gets created successfully. Now these are free text parameters. Now we'll try to add LOVs. We'll try to create an LOV parameters here. To create an LOVs, first we need to create an SQL statement, right? So here, this is manage list of value sources. The second tab you can see against your ESS job screen, the manage list of value sources. Here Oracle is provided a provision for us to create LOVs. LOVs can be two types here, which is user defined and the predefined. Which is user defined and the predefined. Predefined is nothing but based on the view objects. Based on the view objects, we are trying to create a predefined LOV. Okay, the custom defined is nothing but just use an SQL statement in order to get the result as an LOV. Just use an SQL statement. Value sets, nothing but here list of values are two types. Predefined and the user defined. Just try to create here. So here LOV type predefined and user defined. If it is predefined, you need to provide a view object name here. The view objects you can find like this. This is R1320A version financials database mapping with the view objects. This is OTB related view objects. Okay, these sheet you can find from support.oracle.com, and same sheet can be available from in our Google Drive for all modules. You can find for financials, SCMs, and CRMs. Okay. So this is a subject area and so on. So if you see the right side, there is a VO definition and database object database column would be available here. So I want to display supplier number. Supplier number is nothing but POJ suppliers, which is segment 1, right? I want to display LOV as a segment 1. So here the database object is POJ suppliers. This is POJ suppliers, just enable. For a POJ suppliers table, this is a VO definition. Just copy the VO definition. This is a VO definition. Just copy the VO definition and remove analytics keyword from this definition. Remove analytics keyword. Do remember, just remove the analytics keyword from this viewer definition, and you can use this viewer definition as the LOV source for a predefined LOV type. Just copy this, and this is your viewer definition name, and just you can provide your viewer definition name here, any user defined, something GP10. Okay, so if you provide a wrong view, for example, I'm removing something viewer letters from definition name, just try to click on the tab. It will validate and it will highlight with the red color, nothing but the box itself highlighting with the red color, nothing but it is an invalid view object source, invalid VO. Okay, just try to get the same right one from your database mapping sheet and remove the analytics keyword, and provide the valid value for the source definition name, and you can provide a user defined name for this definition, and this LOV type is a predefined, and the application name you can select anyone here, whichever you want. You can select something. I'm trying to select Absence Toolkit application.
But why we remove analytics? Or
The analytics keyword why we are removing is nothing but these view objects are completely dedicated for your OTBA subject areas. All the OTBA subject areas are defined with these viewer definitions. So that straight away viewers would not support for our ESA job parameter LOV. We need to remove analytics keyword in order to use this VO to get the values of against your table. Okay.
every time when we get predefined.
No, we cannot get a predefined directly. Always you need to depend on this sheet only.
Means we have the sheet, this sheet only, and then we can get this predefined.
I'm not.
I mean to say that this sheet is important for getting predefined LOVs.
From the sheet only you can find the predefined VOs. Other than you cannot get any source. Okay. Okay. Just try to save and close. I will try to create one more VO, which is for supplier side. VOJet supplier sites all M. There is a sites table. The sites table, and here it is referring invoice related, and there is a supplier site PVO is available here. Supplier site PVO. Just copy the supplier site PVO and remove the analytics keyword and use this as a definition. Just try to create the new one. This is the source, and copy the value GP10 application toolkit. Save and close. Just a minute. Okay, we have been created two VOs, which are supplier side VO and supplier VO. Now we can attach these LOVs to our existing parameters. This is our ESA job. Just try to edit the same. And this is your supplier number parameter. Just edit the same. So here, instead of page element, instead of text box, just you can select as a list of values or choice list. For the both, you can attach this. Now, when you select a page element as list of values, you can enable the list of value source text box. Here, you can create all your LOVs, whichever you have been created from your list of value sources. So here, our case GP10. This is GP10 supplier side. And this is GP10 supplier PVO. Just select the VO. So when you select the VO, you can see a couple of properties to be enabled here. the attribute and display attributes. Two sections are enabled here. The attribute is nothing but what is the value you are trying to pass as an internal. This is the internal value. When you select an attribute value here, this value will go as an internal value. Okay. So as of now, select the segment one. Nothing but whichever you are selected the Vivo supplier, EvoJet suppliers table Vivo we have been selected right against this list of value source. So nothing but the complete columns you are able to see for your EvoJet suppliers table here. You are complete your EvoJet suppliers tables columns here. So in this I need in a segment one. This is my segment one. When you select in a segment one, this is segment one value will pass as an internal value for your SQL statement. And for display purpose, what is the value you are trying to display to the end user? Okay. So again, in my case, I'm trying to select the vendor ID, sorry, segment one. So as of now, you can select both our attribute one. So for the both scenarios, you can select a segment one. Then later we will change this value. Just try to save and close. In the same way, enable, just do the same exercise for site. Select the parameter and edit. Page element you can change to list of values. And this is GP10 supplier site Vivo. And attribute, I'm trying to select vendor site code. And here also you can select attribute display purpose also vendor site code. This is vendor site code. Just click on save and close. Just click on save and close. The both LOVs we are attached to successfully. Supplier number and site parameters. Now try to see whether the changes will reflect or not against your parameter. Just try to click on OK. Now still I could see has a free text parameters, even though we have changed our parameter style to our list of values, but still it could display as a free text. So always do remember your ESA job definition as a metadata definition. This metadata definition would be reflect when you relog in the application only. Immediately it won't change. Immediately it won't apply the changes to your ESA job. Okay, since it is a metadata definition, always it will require as a relogin in order to refresh your metadata. Just try to close the same and try to relog in the application. Just sign out. And try to sign in the application. Just go to the home screen, the tools, and this is schedule process. Schedule new process. By default, it is selected as ESA job. Now you can select as ESA job here. Just click on OK. See here, supplier number is selected as a supplier numbers, and this is the sites. So when you click on the search here, you can see the complete view object related columns here: supplier, supplier number, business relationship, alternate name, DUNS number. You can verify or you can search the supplier number based on some criteria. Okay, just try to click on OK. And you can search with any site. So as of now, it is displaying supplier numbers and sites for an irrespective. We are trying to display all the value. Again, the same in the data model, we have defined the dependency relationship, right? The dependency parameter concept we have seen. The same how I can apply the same concept here against your ESH job parameter. The same dependency parameter concept I want to define for this site. When I select the supplier number, I want to see the supplier number related sites for our site parameter. I don't want to see all the sites for my site parameter. When I select 10007, I want to see 10007 related sites only. So in order to define the dependency parameter concept, again, just navigate to the same setup and maintenance and your ESH job definition. This is the global search. Manage enterprise scheduler. Now you can search for your existing ESH job, which is GP10. So it could be case sensitive. Just try to provide the same keywords. Just try to edit the same. So here, first select the first parameter and try to edit and pass internal value as a vendor ID here instead of segment 1. So I'm trying to pass internal value for my parameter, which is vendor ID. For display purpose, I'm trying to select as a segment 1. Okay, just try to click on save and close. And select the second parameter. Okay, select the second parameter. When you select the second parameter, here there is an icon, the manage dependencies. You can see the icon manage dependencies. Just click on the same, it will open the dependency screen. So this is my dependency screen option. Here you can consider only which is starting with the prefix by keyword, by vendor site ID, by procurement BID and vendor ID, and by vendor ID. So these options can be available. So I'm trying to select the by vendor ID. Nothing but these values you can see from your second view object, nothing but POJ supplier sites PVO. From this VIVO, these criteria would be enabled for a search criteria. So I'm trying to select the by vendor ID. Okay, when you select the same here, it will enable the bind variable section here. So by vendor ID equal the mapped parameter supplier number. Here you can see all the list of mapped parameters, nothing but all your created parameters. Here as of now, we do have supplier number parameters available. The same supplier number we are selecting. So when you select a supplier number, nothing but internally it will refer as a vendor ID value. Okay. So indirectly vendor ID equal to vendor ID. Where for this VIVO, where vendor ID equal your supplier number parameter vendor ID. Okay, just click on OK. Just try to save and close.
It means working like a filter. We are giving a filtration here.
Sorry.
We are filter it. It is working like a filtration.
It's working as a
filter. We are giving one type of filter to it. That is, we want to only see this list and only we can see what we want. Like it is working. I mean, schedule process and all.
You mean to say a set of values you want to restrict?
Yeah.
No, those criteria will not work. As of now, Oracle provides this feature only. It's not possible to restrict a set of values here. It's not possible to hard code anything here. You need to get all the values. Otherwise, you can go for custom defined LOV. Okay. Now just try to sign out the application. Since we are added dependency concept, right? So it won't reflect the changes by default. Need to refresh your application in order to refresh the metadata against your parameters. Just click on the schedule process. And this is the tools, and this is schedule process. Schedule new process, and which is just click on OK. Select the known supplier 0004, and when you select the same, so 10004 not available, just try to click on select 1204. We are entered 100004, and this is the site. This is your site for 10004, and you can select for any another else. Still is displaying all the values, right? Account operation, main for saving. Just try to cancel it and verify once again.
Vijay, what is choice list?
It's the same as your list of values. Just it will enable checkboxes.
Okay.
It will enable the checkboxes. Among that, as of now, list of values, you can select only one value, right? Whereas checkboxes, you can select multiple values.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Just you can try the practice with different options when you're starting the practice. Instead of selecting list of values, you can select checkbox in your practice. And why it is not reflect the changes? You see again. This is supplier number and edit. We are selected vendor ID as internal value, and this is the right one. Just save and close. This is the site, and this is vendor site code, and this is same. Simply just we are enable the list of value dependencies by vendor ID equal to by vendor ID. So what is the difference? Just save and close. Nothing is there. And done. Just try to relog in the application once again. Just try to switch on the home screen and to schedule process. Schedule new process and 10. Just click on OK. trying to execute. Yeah. Since the changes are not reflected as expected, so we are able to see the value. Select the same 10005. See the client operations. It will take some time in order to reflect the changes. Just keep on reloading the application so that the changes can be reflected against your changes list of value dependencies. Okay. Now we'll try to create the user-defined LOVs. Before that, it's not possible to create all the times with the VOs, right? It's not possible to create all the times to get the VOs and create the parameters and add these LOVs to your parameters. So instead of creating these, you can get these parameters from a standard ESA jobs. For example, I want to display the business unit, or I want to display some other standard job parameter to my custom job parameter. Yes, you can inherit the same from standard job to your custom job. No need to create your list of values and all. So automatically it will inherit all from your standard process. Okay, so one time creation would be enough in order to get the business unit creation. No need to create every time to get a business unit. Simply you can get it from standard job if it is available. If it is not really available, just you can go and create your custom value source. Now we'll try to copy from an existing job. So here I'm trying to create one more parameter, something business unit, and data type is something string or number, whichever you want. Page element type is text box. And save and close. This is a business unit parameter. Now you can select copy from existing job definition, the parameter. Just I'm trying to select copy from existing job definition. So here you can search your definition, something I'm trying to select. First end. So these are custom report. GP9 supply report, one of the custom report is there. You can get this value from this, you can get these parameters automatically. You can get this complete site parameter to your report. The same way, payables. No need to create the parameter also here. The complete parameter get associated with your report. So payables. It's taking more time. Just try to cancel it. Try to search another value. Just try to cancel the complete application and try to reopen again. It got hanged. Just navigate again, setup and maintenance. And the global search with enterprise scheduler, which is for financials. Search with our own job name. Try to hit the same. And from existing job definition. Something here, import details, something is there, just you can get it from anyone. When you select the job, here you can see the parameters. When you select the job, if there is parameters, you can see the parameters, something import enterprise. There are the attribute to one of the parameters is there, just or you can go for the known parameter, which is auto invoice. It's not showing auto invoice. There are many changes for from PR version to this version. It's taking more time. Just we'll try to select existing one, any one of these, instead of selecting the known parameter. It's the problem with the CSA job definitions. Always it could require the refresh and relog in the application, and there is no automation for the migration concept. We need to migrate as a manual process from one part to another part. This is a job. There is no automation process as of now. Now here you can select any one of the job parameters. There is no parameter. This is import details. There is no parameter. There is no parameters. Import classification and hierarchy. There is a attribute one parameter is there. Just try to click on OK. Select any ESI job, and if it is required really for you, just select the attribute. Now attribute one will attach to your ESI job. No need to create LOV and all. Okay. Simply you can get it as a, if it is a free text box, so it will get as a free text. If it is LOV, you will get it as a LOV. As of now, it is a text box. So if you search with the target ESI job and try to get an LOV related parameter here. This is how to add an existing job definition parameter. Now, I want to display some lookup values here. I want to display some lookup values. Nothing but in the lookup, I was hard-coded a couple of values as an independent value set. Yes or no, something, a specific set of values would be available. I want to display specific set of values as an independent parameter here. Okay. So for that, again, the viewer will come into picture, common lookup viewer. For that, first we'll see how to get the lookup values from a setup and maintenance. So here, so in the global search, you can search with manage common lookups. The global search, you can search with manage common lookups. You can see the complete common lookups across all the modules or all the applications. You can see the common lookups here. If you want to go for an HR and financial related, whatever it may be, if it is a common lookup, you can see the common lookup values here. This is a common lookup. I'm trying to search with one of the lookup, which is a nationality. This is one of the HR lookup. So this is the national values here. So I want to display these values as a parameter. I want to display these values as a parameter for my ESI job. For that, there is a viewer is available. You can try whether the viewer is available or not here. Lookup values TL. Lookup values TL. Let's see if this can support or not. Otherwise, I have an view. This is public view. This analytics keyword. This won't support. I have one viewer with me. This is a common lookup viewer. The same here also we can use the same here. Just you can use the same FND application core lookups model public view and common lookup. Either you can go for this lookup also. You can use any one of the lookup, it will work. Just copy this lookup. First navigate to the list of value sources and create this lookup. So that you will get all the lookups here. I'll predefine one and 10 application toolkit and save and close. Now this lookup is successfully created. Just go to the manage job definitions and try to create a parameter. Is nationality. data type is string, the page element as list of values, or you can select a checkbox, whichever you want, you can select choice list. And here GP10 supplier side, GP10 supplier Vivo. This is common lookup Vivo. Just try to select attribute values. Internal, I'm trying to pass the lookup code. Here also I'm trying to display values or lookup codes. Just try to save and close. Okay, so this is your lookup. This is your lookup codes. I'm trying to display lookup codes. Or if you want to display the meaning, lookup code and the meaning along with. So I'm trying to display lookup code and the meaning here both. Just try to select the save and close. Okay, the both for a display purpose we have been selected two values, which is lookup code and the meaning. Okay, now select here the dependencies again. Okay, by lookup type you can search available view criteria, search criteria, which is by lookup type. When you select this, the mapped parameter is nothing but empty. The default value in a double quotes, you can hard code viewer lookup name. This is lookup type. Copy the lookup name and try to hard code here in a double quotes. Nationality. Okay. Simply select star from FND lookup values where lookup type equal to my lookup type name. Okay. Just click on OK. Now this is added. In the same way, we'll try to add one more list of value sources for user defined. Instead of LOB type, you can select the user defined. Now you can write an SQL statement here. Select segment 1 or select name from Fanal business unit suite. Okay. The SQL query is wrong, something wrong. Fanal business units, or you can take from HR operating units. It is showing error. Select name from HR operating units. Okay, let's enter the values. Toolkit, something GP10 custom supplier, something custom GP10 LOV. Just try to save and close. No issues, it will accept since it is valid SQL statement. Just copy the same and try to create a parameter here. Unit. Data type is string and the page element is list of values, and this is GP10. This is BULOV. Just try to save and close here. Attribute name you can select as a name, and this is also name. Try to save and close. Okay. So as of now, we have created LOV type, which is a custom defined, and one is lookup. Just try to save and close. Most of the times we can use custom defined LOVs in order to apply some criteria. In the same way, we can get the values from the lookups, whichever we have seen. Now just click on the done and try to sign out the application in order to see the changes. Go to the home screen. And this is the tools and schedule process. And now you can see the business unit, the nationality, attribute one, supply number, and site. If you see the business unit, I can see the business unit values from HR operating units here. And the nationality, you can see AF followed by Afghan, nothing but lookup code followed by the lookup meaning. You can see the two values here, lookup code and lookup meaning. When you select the value, internally it will pass as a lookup code, which is AL value. For a display purpose, you can see something, followed by meaning. This is the attribute one. We are inherited from another ESI job definition that we have been created very first time. Okay. This is all about ESI job creation and its related parameters. Tomorrow we'll see ESI job sets, how we can create the same as your request set. Again, here you will have two modes, two types, parallel and serial. You know the serial and parallel, right? Serial is nothing but based on the first ESI job status, the second ESI job will be executed, whereas parallel ESI job set, all the ESI jobs can be executed at a time or submitted at a time, irrespective of each ESI job status. That is, we will see tomorrow.